Evening all, and welcome along to Friday Night Live. Yes, it's going to be another one of those manic evenings. Yes, the hair is a lot shorter today. Had a haircut last week right after the live stream. So yeah, no more helmet head for me. There's a load of stuff that I need to talk to everybody about. But first of all, let's check out the side chat. Hi to Dave A70, ZX9Rs in the room, and of course Julian, the GB Patriot is here. Anybody wants to come and join me tonight, there is a StreamYard link over here in the side chat. All you got to do, click the StreamYard link. That will get you into the studio. Make sure you've got a mic. Make sure you've got yourself a camera. And we can get you in on the live. Now, to qualify for the lives, and I must make sure everybody is aware of this, qualify for coming onto the stream, you need to be in my side chat for at least 4 weeks. If invited on, you've got to have good audio, a decent camera, and the camera must be on before you turn up on the stream. No Jameses tonight, please. So any drama or issue from anybody that is in the side chat or on the channel will result in a timeout. You get knocked out the back. First offence, if you come in and carry on again, you get banned. It's as easy as that. We haven't got time for drama on this show. Now, we're live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. It is an over 18s night. It's not for children. If you are under the age of 18, jog on, go and watch CBeebies or something, because adult jokes, C-bombs and F-bombs may occur during this entire show. If you're happy to continue, then obviously watch the stream, because a lot is going to happen tonight. So we are in for a fun-filled night. Now, we done some videos this week. We did the Royal Alloy that I replaced the engine on. I got back, I plugged in my GoPro, which is here. Now, this is the Hero 10. So it has the media mod. I've got my Rode wireless mics on the side that go into the back of the media mod, and hunky-dory, it normally records. We got back. Now, to get into a GoPro, you have to, first of all, underneath here, you will find the typical GoPro tags that mount to your helmet. So take the thumb screw out, you take the camera out, you've got the camera in your hand. You can then use it as a hands-free camera. Or if you want to get the footage off, on the media mod, you have to open the door, slide the camera out, turn the camera on, plug in your USB. It's a lot of faffing around. Now, when we did that and we plugged it into the computer, shifted the files over from the GoPro, it lost all the audio from the Royal Alloy. Absolutely no idea why it did it. I'd got the footage, I'd got the camera, I'd got the video, but absolutely no audio. Okay, maybe it's a one-off. I shot the Medina yesterday. We shot, what was it, the LXR, and I think we did the Firefox as well. So we've done 3 different bikes over about 2 days. It lost the LXR footage and it lost the Medina footage. Now, luckily, my transmitter that is on the helmet back there and is located down this side with a little furry bit on it. I have a mic that comes out the top of there and it's in my cheek pad. Luckily, the Rode mics store the footage internally, so I could manage to get that off, time code it, put it on, and I managed to get the audio off to do the videos. Now, I did an update on this a week ago. I've had no issues with the GoPro 10 until I did the update. Our GoPro, and I mentioned this in my video that is coming up tonight or later on tomorrow morning. After I did the update, our GoPro bugging the old cameras to make you buy something newer. So that is my point. Our GoPro doing this deliberately and putting bugs in the system, losing the audio, losing the video files to make you think, okay, I've had a 10, let's go for an 11, let's go for the new 12, and let's update the camera. Because every time a new GoPro comes out, all the old cameras seem to pick up bugs or software issues. So the GoPro is up for sale, along with 6 batteries, the radio transmitters, the media mod with it. If you're interested in any of that GoPro gear, give me a shout, because sitting down here and the camera, evening Blakes, he's not late. This, if you recognize what this is, press the button, pull it off. Osmo Action 4. This is, the camera's coming tomorrow. This is the small rig. Now, to put the Osmo into the small rig, you can just not use the normal Osmo, and it's got its own little plastic clicky mount. This is the small rig version case that fits the Osmo. You slide it open, little lockable tab. You can just about see that. So you slide that lockable tab back. It's all aluminium. This is proper metal. It's not plasticky crap. You open that, you pop the door down, in goes your Osmo Action, and listen to the snap. That clicks up really, really good. Now, people go, yeah, but how do you get into the battery? Believe it or not, on the side door here is a little flap. You press the pin, you pull the release cable, like, oh, get it right, and access to the battery, and access to get in to get your media out. But the best bit is no more thumb screws. So your standard thumb screws that you would have on your GoPro mount are on this small rig. Now, this is all aluminium. I'm going to try and get in on the camera. Look how good the engineering on that is. Proper, decent size screws in. It's all aluminium. And if I get it the right way round, if I try and push that, that is actually repelling because it's got a magnet on it. But watch this. As soon as I get see if I, there we go. Look. And all you do is you get it and it locks in. That is as solid as hell. But when you've got that on your crash helmet, all you've got to do, squeeze, pull, it comes apart. No more faffing about with a GoPro. The small rig stuff is absolutely perfect. And thanks to Pekin, obviously, Jay saying, get this, look, you can literally give that a good pasting. That is not coming off of there. That is the magnetic clip that locks in your Osmo Action. So that sits on there. When you're done, pull it off, upload your Osmo clips, drop it back on, and you can also go vertically. So whatever way you want to go on this case, and it records in 2 aspects. So whatever way you want to put it, you can do 2 aspects on the thing. Osmo Action, best thing as well, no more radio mics. The Osmo Action comes with its own wireless mic that is Bluetooth, and it also comes with the app where you can also Bluetooth the audio to your mobile phone while you're working. You get 2 backups of audio. How good is that? Yeah. Right. Let's just go through some of this. Paramedic Relic. They're bugging them, so you buy another company's camera. Exactly, yeah. Bloke on a motorbike's here. Brilliant. Good to see you, buddy. Douglas Grosh. Still think your GTR still the best model. All right. I've tried so many bikes. Still love the 08. Do you know what? Simon GTR 1400 has the Gen 2. I have the Gen 1. And someone said to me the other week, he said, what's the difference between Gen 1 and Gen 2? Well, the Gen 1, tiny little side vents. It does cook your legs in the summer, but it's great in the winter. But the Gen 1 is literally full power all the way. The Gen 2 is obviously held back slightly, but if you use the K-Track and all the buttons on it, you can get them up to the same power. It's basically a ZX14 engine or a ZZR14 engine with a touring frame in it, but the ZZR is still faster. Would I get rid of the GTR? Absolutely not. It's a perfect touring bike. Dave's just said, thumb screws, flaps, circles, small rings. Yeah. Are you sure this isn't bondage gear? Do you know what? I absolutely love the Osmo now. Howie's just said, Paramedic Relic, been using Bluetooth direct to my camera for ages. DJ, I just copying me. Yeah, exactly that. I've lost 2 fully together GoPro 7. I mean, black with Samsung case with purple powder, 600 due to the mountain tape when riding. Yeah, when riding at 60. I use on the helmet behind me is a thing called chin mount. Now, these are actually custom made to fit any helmet. And the white stuff behind there is Sugru, but that is my GoPro clip. So literally, that is where the Osmo 4 is going to sit. Now, on the side there, that's the Rode mics. Won't be needing them anymore. But the best bit is the DJI mic. All you do is slide that one off. The DJI mic will sit on the side there. And there's my microphone lead that runs into the side of my helmet. So all you've got to do is literally clip that up, put it in. And then, of course, on the other side, I still have my good old backup, battered to hell Ghost Drift camera or Drift Ghost camera. And that thing that's been backwards and forwards down the road half a dozen times. And the thing with this, obviously, this is another small rig clip on here. You have to push the pin down to get it to lock in. But once that's all done, all you do, get hold of the little mic, slide in your 3.5mm, and your helmet is good to go. So that is my setup. That is how it's done. And do you know what? Osmo looks to be the in thing at the moment. The quality's better. The actual on-screen getting into stuff and setting it up is a hell of a lot better than faffing around all inside a GoPro. They plan to do anything. You keep buying every couple of years. Yeah, remember Apple slowing the old phones down. Get a software update from Apple. They were deliberately slowing the phone down to make you buy the new phone. Go and get a Samsung. Get yourself the big S24 and get yourself the Ultra. It's the business, I tell you. There's so much you can do on one of those cameras, and I use that for absolutely everything. All my TikTok, all my Facebook, all my media. Very easy to do. Right, I'm going to put the StreamYard link up one more time. If anybody wants to come and jump in on the StreamYard, you're very welcome to do so. Peaky's not here because he's working tonight. Stu's working at the bowling club. I'm sat on my own talking away like a good one. So if anybody would like to come and join me, especially you, Julian, like to get GB Patriot up. I was going to invite one of the big motor vloggers, but we'll see how we go. Matt's in the room as well. So evening to MT Belly and his Michigan. If you want to come and join me, Matt, you're very welcome to do so. Come and jump on camera. We did say that we'd get Blake's on here. He's just done a really good video out on his bike, and what a bike he's got as well. He's got his new bike out and he's got his new leather jacket. Did look good on you, Blake. So, yeah, not the only one that's got a leather jacket now. So, yeah, obviously Harley jacket back there. I'm not good with Wi-Fi and cloud storage tool. I checks and still own a burner phone if I didn't need Uber. I got pulled over this week. Copper asked me about my camera, Goodman's Action Cam. Told him it's dash cam. He asked me if I did vlogs with it. No. Yeah. That's the thing. Whole lot of fun with insurance if you're vlogging with it, because they are now asking you, are you doing vlogs with it? Because it's classed as business use. It's classed as monetary gain, even if you're launching anything up onto Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. If you're doing anything to try and get commercial gain or get views, it is classed as business use. And if you haven't got business insurance, you are going to be falling foul of the long arm of the law. I could do it if I was just riding the GTR, £360 a year. My GTR to run with the Harley on it as extra is £770 a year because it's classed as business insurance. Do I make money off of YouTube? Absolutely not. There's anyone that says that I'm going to be rich, I'm going to be a YouTuber and a TikToker, and I'm going to make a lot of money, you are absolutely talking twaddle. Me and Exeter both make about roughly between £100 and £200 a month. It's not going to pay the mortgage. It's not going to pay the rent, but it does pay for the extra gear that we get. So that is one of the reasons that we do it. All the money from our YouTube goes back into the bikes. That is one of the things. Now, over the next week or week and a half, we are going to be doing the Hairy Biker Run. So obviously one of the Hairy Bikers died this week, Dave. We are going to be doing a little run out to probably a cafe, have a little bit of a laugh and a joke, and do a little bit of a commemoration ride for Dave, the Hairy Biker. So something coming up. We have talked about it, and it is in the Motor Vloggers group. So we'll try and organise something for that. Howie's just said, might just flog my GoPro Hero 2 and get the Osmo Action 4. Yeah. But I feel I'll be letting Insta360 down. Being a trait, I'm rich anyway, so I don't need to sponge off the YouTube. Do you know what? I've still got the Insta360, and I love it. You know, great bit of kit, but obviously the DJI Osmo, I've watched so many reviews of people comparing the Osmo to the Heroes, and the Osmo is a far superior camera. The one thing that did it for me, obviously, I put a phone call in to DJI. Now, you try getting a hold of any of the customer services at GoPro to ask them a question they don't want to know. Phoned up DJI, motor vlogger, live in Milton Keynes, thinking of getting the Osmo 4. I hear the mics are really good, blah, blah, blah. What can you tell me? And they told me everything I needed to know. Where are you getting it from? Getting it from Amazon. Here's a code. All right. Well, I don't want a discount. I just want to buy the camera. Oh, right. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll do something for you. We'll knock 30 quid off. And I'm like, okay, I'm happy with that. Here's the code to use if you actually go onto Amazon and find the DJI page, you can put in a little gift voucher or a voucher code and it will get you some money off. But chat to the people at DJI because they will give you a money off code. All right, it's only 30 quid. I paid 530 quid, so I got it down at 500, but it's still 30 quid. And obviously, I said to him, I said, I'm looking at these small rig cages because I like it to be a bit robust. And he said to me, get the small rig cage, get the little clip on the bottom. It's exactly the same as the one that you have for the standard DJI camera, but the small rig is metal, not plastic. So good build quality. And obviously you get the guarantee on it. He said, if you do get any issues, pick the phone up. We have a bot that does it 24 hours a day, or if you phone between working hours, most calls get answered within 5 to 10 minutes. Not like sitting on the phone waiting 35 minutes for GoPro to pick up the phone, and their customer services be shocking. So there will be a follow-up video going out I'm going to try and run. I'm going to see if I can get like a little dual bar where I can actually have the GoPro and the Osmo Action together on the front of the helmet when I do the Super Sausage run, and try the wireless mic from the DJI inside the crash helmet, just taped to the front of my visor with a bit of Velcro. And I'll have the Rode mic and obviously my mic in my cheek pad. And we'll compare the audio of the two, see if the Rode mic goes up against the DJI and the quality of the GoPro compared to the Osmo Action. It's going to look hilarious, me turning up at Super Sausage with two cameras on the front of the helmet. But it's going to be worth it just for the fun of actually seeing which is the better camera and giving an honest opinion of what we do. Now, a couple of channels that I'm going to recommend. I need to go into my YouTube and just bring this guy up because he did give me a shout out this week, and he always watches the live streams. He never comes on, but he's been following me for absolute ages. Right, let's find him. Where is he? So he's called Hatari Rides. So HATARI exclamation mark and Rides. I'm going to put his channel up for everybody. Go and give this guy a follow. He's got what, 1.41 subscribers. So yeah, 1,410. This is his channel down here. So there we go. Let's just post that up. So if you put in at 74Debo, but if you're just searching YouTube, put in Hatari Rides. It's a picture of a drag car doing a wheelie. He's given me a shout out. So shout out to Red Bonnet Eclipse Motorcycles. And I have said to him, if you need anything, pick the phone up, give us a call. You've got my WhatsApp number. If you want to come on the live stream, you're welcome to do so. And I will get up and have a ride with you. He's actually done a little video, basically giving me a shout out and said he's looking at a new bike. When he gets around to getting one, he's going to be giving me a call, so that'd be good. Right, Blake said, I know I keep stating I use GoPro 7. The GoPro 7 was probably one of the best ones that they did. Yeah, they don't means it's better. Yeah, they make a camera for it, but the 7 has always been, the Black 7 has always been probably one of the best cameras out. And talking to the man himself, hey Rev and howdy Blakes, Roland Keefe is in the room. So Roly, if you want to come in and jump in on the StreamYard chat, mate, I am on my own tonight because Peaky is working. So is Zedhead. And Andy has obviously had a little bit of a loss in the family this week, so I'm not going to go into it. But Andy won't be on for at least a month or so while he sorts stuff out with family. And obviously commiserations to Andy, condolences to Andy, should I say. He knows where I am. Pick the phone up, Andy, if you need me. You'll obviously watch this back at a later date. But I said to anybody, if you're in times of trouble and you need a helping hand, give us a ring. And it's not a line from a Beatles song. So, yeah, as I say, I'm always here. Bend me ear if you want. And there's always Zed, Peaky, all the other boys around as well. So, very welcome. Obviously, pick the phone up. If you're in times of trouble, give us a call. Yeah. How Rowley says, yeah, right, that's not good. It isn't good. I've got a right tickly. I think I need to have a little bit of a trim up because it's getting really bushy now. Starting to look like Father Christmas. Now, a couple of other things. The government this week, and we saw it down our local shop. Trading standards are going round and they're seizing all the illegal foreign cigarettes that come in on the back of lorries that say Benson and Hedges and taste like sweepings off a sort of a factory floor. So they've been seizing cigarettes, but they have now said that vapes are going to be banned and no more than 600 puffs out of one vape. I get mine under the counter at the local shop where I normally go in and like, have you got a big vape? And he went, let me go out the back in the cupboard because they keep them hidden. Now these ones are 6,500 puffs, massive, great things. You can pick one of them up for about a tenner, and it's good for me while I'm sat in the office doing stuff because you won't let me smoke in the house. I have to go and stand in the garden to have a cigarette. But vapes, are they safe? They have said they contain certain oils. Once the oil gets in your lungs, it's never getting out with the vape. At least with nicotine, it's just nicotine and tar. And I breathe enough exhaust fumes at work to get my daily dose of tar anyway. Right, Plex just said, morning, Holy, happy Saturday. Yes, it is Saturday where Rolly is. Sometime new iterations of tech aren't this. Oh, God, you know, the old Pro Deck PC mounted audio cassette deck. It could rip a 90-minute tape in 4 minutes. I remember that. God, do you remember the old, I'm going back now, but the floppy disk, it used to be a floppy piece of plastic and you used to put it in your computer. And I think it was about 1.5 meg data. And you end up putting about 6 of them in just to get the program. Yeah, the Mark II didn't have the high-speed rip option yet. GB, I use an 88 vape, £1 a bottle, 20 milli. Yeah, menthol, exactly that, Joe. You know, it's let people do what they want. If you want to kill yourself, kill yourself. They moan about, motorcycling is the most dangerous thing on the road. When you will see some of the car drivers going down, putting the makeup on, or on the phone, or sitting there chewing on a sarnie, or they've got a can of drink in one hand, a fag in the other, and they're balancing the steering wheel on their elbows, and they moan about motorbikers being dangerous. Yeah, all right. So each for everybody. Last thing, obviously, I tend to have a quick look at MCN. And I was on there earlier tonight and I was like, Jesus Christ. Motorcycle news seems to be more about sponsorship over the last couple of weeks than it is to anything else. Buying guides. Oh, let's review the new Husqvarna. Yeah. Halfson jacket and Lagan pants from Germany. A tailored all-season motorcycle suit, really. Hairy Bikers, Dave Myers, yeah, so they've mentioned that. Expert guide to using sub 3,000 used adventure motorbikes. Yeah, okay, well, Auto Traders free, mate. And the Veteran Quartet, 5,000-mile ride to Cyprus to raise funds for the Armed Forces charity. Well, Peaky beat you to it because he did Scotty's Little Soldiers ages ago, mate. So, yeah. Oh, Craig's here as well. Sup, Regular Slag. Yeah, good. I'm looking forward to May and getting out for the Motor Rev weekend. So that's going to be fun. Motorcycle news is like TMF on sponsorship steroids. Very true, Julian. Very, very true, mate. Craig, if you want to come and jump in on the chat, you're very welcome to do so. Right, I've just got to make sure because the last time I had an RK pop up in the bottom of the screen and we ended up with a guy on a bed. Let's just see. Oh no, it is the real Rolly. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, good, mate. Not too bad. Yourself?
Yeah, good. It's chucking it down a rain here at the moment, and it looks like you've got decent weather in the background.
I think today is supposed to be partly cloudy. Yeah, but yeah, it's not terribly warm. I'm just coming off the back of some bad flu thing, so yeah, excuse my voice. It's a bit. Yeah.
That's all right. Well, I'm on my lonesome tonight. So Peaky is he's got about 4 weeks where he's got to load lorries, and the boys are going out, so he's obviously got to get all the munitions, and I can't go too much into it, but he's loading lorries anyway, and it's sorting out the logistics of that, so he's not going to be about. Stu is at the club tonight. He's doing his little bar bit and at the bowling club, so he's obviously had to work. It's been, here we are. It's been reported that Poole Council will no longer be funding or allowing events on Poole Quay. Poole Bike Nights used to be really, really busy. But Motorrev weekend, if you go into motorrev.com, there is a website where you got the full website for Motorrev. You can go in there, you can look at all the events that they've got, not just the Wales trip, but there is lots going on. Blake's just said, I'm disappointed it's the real RK. I was wishing it was the fake one. No, we have more fun with this guy. He's normally in the garage, but yeah, it's
Blake should come up. Blake's bike should come up, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon Blake. We should get Blake's on in his leather jacket, but I'm waiting for you to get back out in that garage and get the M109 out again. It was like,
it's registered, but I'm working on my car at the same time. But yeah, this week I haven't touched anything because I've just been laid up.
Oh, great. Yeah. VJ's in, so Vincent is in the room. Evening, VJ. Now, Vincent bought his... Vincent owns a 125 Sinis Terrain. Brought it into the garage day before yesterday, and we had it in this morning. Or was it yesterday? No, we had it in yesterday, and we were looking about it. So we go through what is called a repair loop. So fuel, air, spark, and then tappets. So... hook the injector out, basically little tiny Allen bolt. You pop the injector out, little rubber seal around it, hold it at the side of the engine, and you basically turn the bike over, and you should get a nice little mist coming out the end of the injector, which is what we got. So pop the injector back in, check the airbox. Airbox is all nice and clean, filter's good. Check the spark. Hook the spark plug out, which was an absolute pig to get your hands into, hence why I am... covered in cuts and digs all over the backs of both hands, trying to get into the top of it. Got the spark plug out. Spark plug was minging. Changed the spark plug. New spark plug in. Got a good spark. Poke it back in the bore. Turned the bike over. Still would not fire up. No. Give it a little bit of welly, and it starts up. So if you hold it about 2,000 RPM, it runs nice. But as soon as you back off the throttle, it dies. But then when you go to start it, it will not have anything unless you boost the battery. So next thing to obviously look at is the tappets, or is it bad fuel? But obviously the new thing now is I've run out of time for this weekend because I'm fully booked. So it's got to come back in Monday morning and go through another hour's worth of repair loop. But at the moment, I'm normally pretty quick at sussing out what is wrong with a bike. This one's baffling me, so it's a Sinis.
Does it have a throttle positioning sensor?
That's what I'm thinking as well. Yeah, take it out, have a look at it, check the electrics on it. We did. Oh God, it's had loads. It's had rear wheel bearings. We've done chain and sprockets on it. It's had service recently. Thing with electronic fuel injection, there is so much to go wrong. Good old fashioned carb, it's primary jet, main jet, butterflies. Yeah. That is it. Yeah. All this new thing, and it drives you absolutely nuts. So the next thing is obviously get the Pico scope out and start scoping the electrics, and but that is not a job for me. That's where it gets passed up the line to Phil, because he's the senior diagnostic technician. He knows all the readings on an oscilloscope and what all the voltages will be. So, and he's pretty good at doing stuff like that. So, if I wasn't naked with 3 ladies of the night walking around, I would. But bloke on the bike said throttle position sensor seems to be a common fault with the Sinis bikes. Thank you very much. Vincent said it's strange. I thought it was the battery. It worked after I changed the battery. Yeah. I have got the battery on charge, and I'm going to leave that on charge over the weekend just to really get a good amount of power back into the bike. And then we'll put the boost box on it so it doesn't flatten the battery when we try starting it. But at the moment, it's one of those that stumped us. So we'll figure it out anyway. Either that or just get a shed load of electrical cleaner in there and just spray the bike and see what it does. We had MTO7 in today. Oh, what a pig of a bike to change the spark plugs on. Left hand, so you take all the plastic covers off and basically move everything to the side. Tank comes off. To get to the left hand spark plug, you have to remove the ECU to get into the top of it because all the cabling's in the way. And to get to the right hand spark plug, guess what they've put right above the bore? The ABS brake unit. So you have to unbolt the ABS, lift it up and move it to the side. What a stupid idea, Yamaha. Unless, of course, you've got the hands of a child where you can actually get in and pop the coil over plugs off. Because it's got coil packs on the plug units, which is a pain. Pain in the arse. Yeah, here we go. Saw a video earlier today where a guy was trying to get an OC chopper running. Idled high and cut when he gunned it. Turned out to be TPS. Literally shot his screw and fallen off. Ah, right. I shall have a look. I've got plenty of TPS sensors anyway. So we'll try that. We'll try that over the next couple of days. And I'm back on it on Monday with Phil. So we'll have a look at it and see what it is. Right.
A common culprit.
Yeah, exactly. So StreamYard link is there, guys. If you want to come and jump on the StreamYard, you're very welcome to do so. Let's have a quick. When I had it idle, it would die when I tried to rev it a bit. Exactly that. Yeah, we had it running up quite nicely, but then as soon as you back off the throttle, didn't want to know. So, right. We've been on half an hour. We'll see if we can make an hour anyway out of it. I'm going to do a short one tonight because I have a very long day tomorrow. So, yeah, more to do. And don't forget, as Rody said, come on up, hit the thumbs. Yeah, hit the thumbs up, people. Reese is here as well. Good evening. A bit late to the party. That's all right. Evening, Reese. Gives me a chance to have a slug of this quickly.
I liked your rant about the council on your last video.
Oh, yeah. They're all right. They can spend money on tarmac and put speed bumps there, but they can't afford enough to fill up the potholes. If they took the tarmac off the speed bumps and put it in the potholes, it'd be all right.
Yeah, or make a call to Google and change something.
Yeah. Now, here's one for you, Rolly. So let me just pull up. Yeah, exactly that. Google Maps. Right, let me just pull up my Google Maps. So let's go into Google Maps. And if I go into there and let's see. Now, you can normally get a satellite view. So let me just see how this works. Right, there we go. Layers, that's the one. That is what I'm looking at. Right, I am going to share the screen. Let's go into here. Now, present and share screen. So we're going to bring this up and Google Maps. There we go. So this is the slip road. So if you've seen my videos, you know I go up the hill. So if you follow, I think you should be able to see me wiggling the mouse around on screen. So this is the way I would come. I would come up here. And then basically we would get to the turn right and we would go across the top of the bridge and back down the other side. That is the route that I normally do when I'm doing my ride tests. Now, if I back out a little bit, basically, this is my village. You come in here and I live somewhere. There's a little bit where my house is. There we go. So you know where I live now. That's quite easy. But this slip road here, now, as you come up here, you've got left to go left, and you've got the right to turn into the village. There is a big no entry sign there. So if we zoom in, you can actually see it's on the road there that says no entry. The council have put just here is a no entry sign from people coming across the bridge towards Woburn to the golf course. The other no entry sign is here on the grass to stop cars this way turning down, because obviously just across the other side of the bridge is the ramp to go down. Now, what we had, I think about 3 months ago, someone had come from this area down here, which is where the big famous golf course is, where they do all the international golf, Woburn. So you'd come down here following the mouse. As you get to about here on this first slip road, it will tell you, Google Maps, at the next junction, turn right. What people are doing is mistaking this for the entrance to the dual carriageway, and you're turning actually onto or against the flow of traffic. Now, someone went down here, accelerated up to 70 and hit an oncoming car that was coming off the slip road. We had a fatal accident. Lo and behold, the council have reported it. And obviously on my last video, I actually turned around. You can see they put big no entry signs. Someone, someone this evening, and it went up onto our, what they call the parish Facebook. So we have our own little Facebook page for people in the village. So it's called the Little Brickhill Community Group. Let me just go back into my StreamYard there. Stop sharing the screen. There we go. And so I'm not going to put I'll try not to put a person's name. Amazing reflexes again. Yet another car turned down the A5 southbound onto the off ramp. A grey Captor and a K4. So yet again, another near miss tonight. And all the council have done is just put them big no entry signs. But in the dark, you can't see the damn things.
Yeah.
So it's absolute great, you know. And they've obviously messaged Google. Blake's is here. I'm going to get Blake's on in a second. So let's just have a quick roll through. So TPS and marine bike start to run on, and then when you get it exact mile for more, it just dies due to fuel starvation. Yeah. That glass is deceptive. Yeah, exactly. 40 quid for the unit. Hearers here, excellent piece of technology that exists. I left the stream off my phone. I was offline. Council should put lighting on the sign. Well, yeah, it's in the middle of nowhere. Let's just get Blake's is here as well. Evening, buddy. Good to see you. Their suggestion is obviously let's phone Google. So the local council phoned Google. You have to put in an application to change Google Maps, which can take up to 6 months. How stupid.
The council should be straight on the ball with that and go out there and put illuminated signage.
Yeah, but when someone actually spoke to the council, they said, well, it's not dangerous at the moment. Well, someone's been killed, but we have to have at least 3 fatalities.
Yeah, you're saying that. That's just nuts. One should be enough.
Well, that's what I said. 1 fatality is 1 too many anyway. But the council still won't. They're too busy feeding their local mayor all the funds and, let's bump your wages up. And we've just had a rent increase. So we got the letter this week. Our rent's gone up by another £10 a week because we're renting at the moment until we obviously think about buying the house. But rents in Milton Keynes. Now, luckily, we're renting from a council. So we pay around about £130 a week. So, which isn't bad, really. When you consider if you was private renting from a private landlord, you're looking at least 3 times that per week.
Wow.
Yeah. The average 1-bedroom flat in Milton Keynes is about £250 a week at the moment, just for a 1-bed flat. So it's a ridiculous amount of money. And you consider most youngsters these days lucky if they get a £400 a week wage packet.
A month.
So, unless, of course, you're like Mr. Rich Boy down below. Afford all the
$1,300 a month isn't bad for living at the beach.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm moving to America then. Reese just said I broke down there a couple of months back. I saw 8 cars go down that slip road in a 3-hour period. Exactly that. Yeah. It's absolutely nuts. How fast would they fix it if it was a member of their own family? Or they are that inhuman. Lily's just said, nice to put a face to the name, Blake. Yeah, Lily's always here. She never ever comes on camera. She always sits in the background. But
Lily won't subscribe to me because I'm over 100 subs now. So she can sub and see me.
Right, let's just I'm just going to bring up Blake's channel because we did this with New Biker last week. So New Biker was at 991 subs And we've pushed him over the 1K. So it was great to see actually another channel doing really, really well. So tonight we are going to see, now Blake's is at 150 subscribers. Let's see if we can get Blake's to 500 by the end of the weekend. That would be great.
Right.
So
That'd be good.
Right, here we go. So that's the channel down the bottom, youtube.com, Blake's Pipes. He does bike content. He does, I'll tell you what, have a look at some of the mail calls that he does, where he's actually laid out the front and the postman comes along and just lobs the mail at him. It's absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one.
There's always something doing. There's obviously he does a lot because Blake's Pipes. He obviously a pipe smoker as well. So getting the run on Thanksgiving, one on the beach. There's loads. The latest one, leather movies and motorcycles. Because not a lot of people watch DVDs these days, but it all tends to be streamed off the internet. But I still have a DVD player. We've got a rack of old-fashioned DVDs, things like you probably won't know many of these, but Notting Hill, and I think we've got the original Top Gun and a Mission Impossible somewhere, and I think I've even got Tomb Raider on DVD when it first came out with Angelina Jolie. So my DVD collection is a little bit weird. All right,
my biggest thing is that I get all my videos literally from the library. Yeah. So I just go down, rent 3 videos, bring them back, watch them. This one turned into 6 videos because I forgot to plug in my microphone to the GoPro.
And Nottingham suburb. Oh, Christ almighty. 432 a month for 3 beds, attached garage and backup. That ain't bad, you know. It's probably about the same as what we pay. And then again, yeah, the mortgage, 350 a month, yeah. And he's 2 minutes from the city centre. Oh, here we go. St Anne's, Frawley Wood. And I had a little message pop up on my Facebook. I've known Kira for 2 years now. Oh, blimey. Which is Matt's daughter. Right, one more time. I am going to chuck up the StreamYard link on the side. And then we are going to let the room open to Blake's as well. So StreamYard link is there, guys, if you want to come and jump in. Now, Blake's the channel. He's got 150 subs. Tell us a little about what you do, Blake. So just to interest the crowd and everybody can go and sub you and give you a thumbs up and a like.
So I came up with Blake's Pipes because I ride motorcycles. I smoke a tobacco pipe. I do kayaking, so I hold a pipe. I love guns. I choose not to put that on my stream as much. Well, actually, I haven't done it at all yet because I live in an area where it might bring the unwanted into my home. Because if they see something, but yeah, I just came up with this idea of, and it really comes back to, what was his name? The all-year motorcyclist, Tame. He was keep pushing and pushing and pushing me to start a channel. When I got injured back in 2022, I think it was, I'm a physical therapist assistant and injured my back during a transfer with a patient, herniated the L3, lost my left quad, which affected my ability to walk. I've gained 50 pounds since then. And when I got the ability to walk again and the doctor said, yeah, you can go ahead and get back on the bike, I decided that I needed to start my channel. I had so many other ideas prior to this. I got into buying GoPro 7s to start I wanted to do a podcast on a lake because I would think that anybody that I would invite would feel comfortable in the middle of a lake where you didn't hear a thing. And I wanted the water protection, and I invested a whole bunch of money into this, online content, video stuff, and it just never happened. And 3 years later, I am divorced, laid up in a bed for 20 hours a day, injured. I came up with Blake's Pipes, and I said, okay, let's go ahead and start this channel. And that's where I'm at right now. Just trying to make my way.
Yeah, I know what it's like with legs and back problems, mate. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ. When was it last? Oh, God, I think it was last. When did my knee play up? Last week, wasn't it? In the middle of the week? Yeah, I think it was Wednesday night. And I said to her, I said, I'm absolutely shattered. It was 8 p.m. at night. I never normally come to bed till about 9, 10 o'clock because I'm normally editing video. I actually went to bed at 8 and slept for a couple of hours. Got out of bed, come downstairs, went back. We'd come back up to bed after having a cigarette. And I'm laid in bed and my knee it just started aching. I'm like, within 20 minutes, my knee had blown up twice the size. And I'm like, pillow under the knee, ibuprofen gel, couldn't get comfortable. Went to the bathroom, sunk a couple of ibuprofens with some water, went back to bed. At 12 o'clock, I sunk another. So literally 2 hours after, another 2 ibuprofens, more ibuprofen gel on the leg. And the only way I could get comfortable was come sit in the office at midnight. I went back to bed at 3 in the morning, slept for 2 hours and got up at 5 o'clock. And
is that sciatica?
No, it's due to, let me find the photo. I had a bike accident at 17. I met a Mini on a hairpin bend. I had an old, if you remember the old Honda Super Dreams, and the mirror stalks were actually bonded into the bike. They weren't screwed in. They were bonded into the grip. Yeah. When I went over the handlebars, I took the mirrors off with my kneecaps and ripped both knees. It left the stalks. Unfortunately, as the bike come down, I dropped 40 foot into a farmer's field. And what had happened, as the bike came down, the mirror stalk found the back of my leg and went straight through the back of my leg and out the front. And the guy that did it, it was a Mini, it was a hit and run. He basically turned and went and left me in the field. 20 minutes later, lorry driver's gone past, looked down in the field, and there I am buried under the bike. And it was just the fact that the lorry driver had seen me, as I'd have been laid there all day. Paramedics come out. Next thing I know, I've come round in one of the big hospitals in Oxfordshire, and basically laid on my front, couldn't feel my legs. And I'm like, where am I? We're up. You're in hospital. Don't worry. You're in the theatre. Blah, blah, blah. I can't feel my legs. Well, you've got an epidural block in. We basically put an epidural block in your spine. Why is that? I ended up with that. So you can just about see that. I've got a pin in the femur, a massive rod in my femur, and a massive rod in my tibia, and a hinge behind the right leg. I missed my femoral artery by 1/2 an inch with the mirror. They said if it had hit the artery, I would have been dead because you bleed out from the femoral.
Never caught the guy?
No, they never caught him. And the doctor said to me, he said, what do you do? I said, I ride a motorcycle. I'm a professional motocross rider. I was riding for Team KTM at the time. And they said to me, you'll never walk again. You'll never ride a bike again. Within 4 days, I was out and walking around the hospital ward. And they said to me, you can't because you're going to move the pin. I was in from hip to ankle in a plaster cast. And it's not stopping me. 3 weeks later, we cut my plaster cast down. So it was literally 6 inches either side of my knee. And I went and did my bike test and passed. And I said to them, you're not going to, but they did say to me, obviously, if I have another accident and my right leg goes down, the next choice is that they will amputate above the knee because they can't repair the leg once it's had that much work on it. But if that's the case, I'll buy a Can-Am and I'll go out on a freewheeler. So you're not stopping me getting my wind therapy, and nothing is going to stop me. But due to that, the cold or the heat affects my legs badly. I used to have cortisone injections, but they've stopped you're not allowed to have cortisone more than, I think it's 3 times in 10 years or something stupid. So, but they said the easiest thing to do is get yourself ankle weights and sit on the edge of the bed and just do just leg practice with some weight on your ankle just to exercise the back of your legs.
Yeah,
because I've got ankles literally like sparrows. Someone said to me, "I've got lucky legs," and I went, "You don't snap at the ankles; they're that thin."
Yeah.
Right, here we go. Peaky's in the room. Evening, Peaky. Yeah, he's not in the room, but he's obviously here. He's watching from work, I believe. So let's bet stream's not red because I think the stream's still green at the moment, so we're doing all right at the moment.
Yeah, probably is green, I'd say. We haven't done anything too radical.
No, exactly.
It's my first time online, so just wait. I will make sure that it goes red.
Exactly.
We've got to get you to warm up a bit. That's all.
Yeah, we'll get you into it.
I am enjoying your type of humor though on your videos, though, mate. It's good.
I just feel like I don't have like consistency. I'm just doing whatever makes me happy, and if you're happy,
that's
then
the best way to go. That's the best way to go.
Do it for you. Don't do it for other people. If people don't, as I say to people, if you don't like what's on my channel, go and watch someone else. Then I'm not here to please you. I'm doing it just for me and for my. Most of my stuff is for my customers. And obviously, this guy Hitari that followed my channel, where I mentioned to him, I'll go out and meet him. He was like, "Oh, this guy's the salt of the earth." He just says it as he sees it. I do. My mouth tends to run before my brain engages, and I tend to upset a lot of people. But that's just me. If you don't like me, then move on and find someone else to go and harass. So Vincent's just said maybe I should take off the mirror stalk when I get my bike fixed. I know a cracked mirror is an MOT failure. It's not actually. Is the mirror missing on the stalker fail? No. You do not need mirrors on a motorcycle if it's there or if there's a stalk there, as long as it's not got a sharp edge or a protruding point, like the Harley handlebars that we had the other day, where he's got literally pointy metal sharp ends on them. We wrapped gaffer tape around them just to get it through the MOT. But, as long as nothing is sharp or pointy or likely to cause injury to a pedestrian or the rider, then mirrors don't come into it. ZX9 motorbikes in the UK don't need mirrors. Exactly. If the mirror's missing, best remove the stalk. In that state, he's just said it there. Mirrors aren't MOT requirement. So, hook them off or put a bit of tape around the end of it. Both mirrors are coming off. Only save a smidgen away. I always say, because when I do my bike rides, someone said to me the other day, he said, "Oh, your mirrors were very badly adjusted." I went, "I never look in the mirrors. Very, very. The only thing I do is like, this is, look how much mirror you get to see. I never, ever look in the mirrors. I'm always constantly head checking. A head check is better than any mirror.
I do both, but I'd feel lost without my mirrors.
Yeah. When you're not on. There we go. No mirrors, no need for MOT illegal. Same with the horn. You can have a dinghy bell from a kid's bike. It will pass the MOT. Yeah. We actually had some guy brought his bike in. I said, "Oh, your horn's not working." He went, "I've got a horn there," and he'd got one of these bulb ones. And I went, "Good enough for me." And people go, "Oh yeah, but if the horn button doesn't work, it's the same as if your indicator. If you take the indicators off your bike, you don't have a legal requirement to have indicators if you've put tape over the switch, so you can't use the switch and you've removed the indicators. As long as there is no switch for indicators, you have hand signals."
Yeah,
which is
right.
bad. Yeah. Let's just say, I was as he said, Finchy said, "Lifesaver, best way all the time." Exactly. Look in front, not behind. Depends if you're sitting backwards on the bike, doesn't it? It's like, all right. There we go. My hoodlum has a ship on it. It's loud. I'll tell you what. I went and got one of the. I've got the Denali sound bomb on mine. So at standard, when you hit it with 12 volts, it's quite loud. But when you actually have the bike running and hit the hooter, it doubles in power because it picks up its 14.2 volts coming back to the bike. And the actual volumed up is very clever horn on those. That was it. Yeah, the clown horn. Yeah, that's the ones. Yeah. I did the indicator tape back when they're playing up. Exactly. Yeah, whack a bit of tape over the indicators, and as long as the indicators aren't on the bike, that you can't test it. It's like someone come in and he said, I only have a ride during the day because Phil picked up. He said you've got no front light, and all he had on the back was just a stoplight. Didn't have a position light, and he went, yeah, but I only have a stoplight because it's a daytime running MOT. As long as you only use your bike during the day, you don't need any lights on it at all, apart from a stoplight. You can take everything off of it.
Certainly can't do that here.
Yeah, you can in the UK, but it will have what's called a daytime MOT on it, which means you can only use it between the hours of sunrise and sunset.
Yeah,
and if you get caught outside those hours, then you get done.
Yep.
Peaky's just said, Blake, need more video when you're on the sea in your canoe. That'd be a good one. Yeah, get Blake's out in the sea on his canoe.
Yeah, just dub in a motorbike engine sound as you're paddling along.
That'd be good. Had some taxi driver overtaken while signalling left. I was in position. He couldn't wait while I honked my horn when there was oncoming traffic. Total donut. Exactly.
That looks a nice body of water where you are, Blake.
Is he there? Oh, hang on.
Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. You copy?
I think
he's spaced out.
Who? Me?
You? Yeah. I said you look like you're on a nice body of water there where you are.
Well, I was just going to type it in, and then I forgot that I was online.
Okay.
So I literally am at the Chesapeake Bay opening to the Atlantic Ocean. So I'm literally 5 miles from ocean. So basically all the water that I have around me is salt water. When it's going low tide, it could drag you right out into the ocean and never be seen of again. So yeah, I love it. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better place to live. I went through a separation with my second wife 3 years ago, and I found this place sight unseen. I signed a lease, and it's just been phenomenal. And that video that I showed on my channel was almost 2 years ago. And I would love to get back out, but unfortunately, I herniated the L3 disc on top of a severe impingement on the L3 nerve, which is how I lost my left quad, the upper muscles in the leg. I was literally walking with a walker less than a year ago. So at 50 years old and being back on a bike, it's been phenomenal because I thought my whole life had completely changed. But hey, I'm back on a bike and I'm making videos and walking and, still not going out and doing my own grocery shopping, but I'm getting there.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, the more activity you do, the better it's got to be.
Yes.
Exactly that. Yeah. GB's just said, when are you going to do the GoPro Osmo comparison? It depends how quick the Osmo gets here. If you missed the beginning, start of the show, I will show you again. GoPro, to mount a GoPro, and they're all the same. All GoPros are the same. You've got the two little tether clips that go underneath the bottom of the GoPro with the thumb screw that goes through that locks it all in. To get your files off your GoPro, you have to unscrew the camera, take it off. Now, this has got a media mod on it. So you open the door, slide your GoPro out. There is your USB to charge it and to get your file, which means you've then got to pop the camera back in, lock it down, pull these out, put the thumb screw back onto your crash helmet, put the thumb screw in, job done.
Yep.
That is that. So that's all plastic. The media mod is
what
plastic.
model GoPro is that?
That's the 10. So that's the Hero 10.
Right.
But then on the side of the media mod, the only reason I got the media mod is that I've got the receiver on there for the radio mic for me Rode radios, which go into the back of the media mod. Now, watch this. This arrived I'm waiting on the camera to come. But when I spoke to DJI yesterday on the phone and asked them a load of questions, and they were really helpful, and I got 30 quid off. If you go through Amazon and go direct to DJI, you can order direct on DJI Amazon. So I said to the guy, I said, I'm looking to get a case, like a media mod case around it. He recommended a thing called a small rig. So this is the small rig case. It's full aluminium. To put the Osmo in on the top, little red clip. You pull the clip down, pop the door open, aluminium door. Look at the quality of that hinge. Put your Osmo in, nice little click, and it locks up. To get to the battery or any of your media equipment, on the side of the case, little button. You put that in, you stick your finger there. You can get straight into the battery and the USB right off of one side. When you're done, pop it. You haven't got to take the Osmo out of its case. Yeah. So you literally pop the door, you're in. That is the small rig clip that goes basically onto your GoPro. Now, this is all heavy cast aluminium with two little screws holding it in. So they run all the way through. It's really good. Guaranteed for 12 months. So if you break one, they're going to replace it straight away. Best bit is it's magnetic. So you literally...
Yeah, I only saw a video on that yesterday, actually.
Yeah. And then all you do to get it out, so your Osmo sits that way round on the bike. You basically squeeze, pull, and it locks back in. It's magnetic, and you've got them two little clamps that lock down onto the Osmo. But with the Osmo, it comes with, so I've got the vlogging kit. So you get the camera, 3 batteries, the charging pack, the radio mic. It does come with a cage and the plastic one, so I'm just going to keep them as backups. I'm going to use the small rig. But the little microphone is Bluetooth direct to the camera. But the guy said to me, he said, you can get the DJI Osmo app that you can basically put on your phone, hit record. It will also record to the camera, but it will record the sound as a backup to your phone as well. So if you do lose the footage to the camera, you've got a second version of the audio on your phone. And he said, you just basically hit it on record, put your phone in standby, put your phone away in your pocket, job done. And some of the stuff that they do, and I'm thinking, And it was only because Peaky and Jay both said to me, check out the Osmo. I've been watching so many videos on the Osmo Action. And it was like, yeah, okay. So we've got the Osmo coming this weekend. So what I'm going to do, someone said to me, you can get a dual bar that fits on the front of your helmet. You can hold 2 cameras. So I'm going to put one side by side. I'm going to put the DJI mic inside my front of my, like in the front chin bar of my helmet on a bit of Velcro. So it'll record that way. Put the Rode mic I've already got on the side. So have the GoPro one side, the Osmo the other, and record the same video at exactly the same time. And just flick between 2 lots of audio and 2 lots of cameras and just do a full review, compare the 2 together while I'm vlogging.
Yeah,
Right,
I'm running the GoPro 8. I'm quite happy with the GoPro 8. I don't want to go any higher, but beyond that, I'll probably go the DJI, I think.
You can plug in the back of the media monitor. With all that faff, I did try that, but mine's not having it. So, give you 100 quid for it. I'll stick with GoPro 5. Doesn't have the overheat. The one thing that they did say to me at DJI said, how long do your batteries last when you're vlogging? I went, normally around about an hour and 10 minutes. And the guy said to me, he said, you can get 160 minutes off of the DJI battery. And I went, 160? That's like 2 and a bit hours. And he went, yeah, roughly about 2 and a bit hours off of one Osmo battery. So it's double the recording time. Yeah. I'll never go back to GoPro. DJI are heads, and they are. Their heads. The guy was so technical, reading all the bumps to me, so helpful. And you try getting through to GoPro, you're on the phone for about 25 minutes on hold, waiting for someone to answer a phone. DJI answered within, I reckon, about 6 minutes. So, and the guy was just literally on the ball, and that's what sold it to. I said to him, I said, that sold it, and he went, why is that? I went, customer service. You're absolutely brilliant. You've answered all my questions. He said, well, if you ever got a problem, he said, just phone us. He said, because that's what we're here for. And I'm like, bloody hell, this is customer service, really good customer service. I tell you, just give us a call, mate, if you get stuck. Any questions you got, anything you need to know about setting the camera up. He said, we've got the online bot, we've got all the videos, we've got all the forums. But if you do need to speak to a human being, we're at the end of a phone. And that's what you want from a company that is selling that video. Yeah. Full stuff in the trend. The old B&M camera. I know. I said Ed about the B&M cameras. 2.7K. Yeah. The other camera used
I 2.7 or even sometimes 1080. It's not worth going 4K. I edit and what do you call it? Render in 4K, but I only shoot 2.7.
Yeah, comparison video incoming. VJ just said that'll make your helmet very heavy. I can manage it for one morning, 2 cameras on the front. Yeah, but that cage isn't very heavy compared to if you actually put that and that together. Once you got the action in, I'd say it's going to probably be about another 20 grams heavier. But if you're used to having a little bit of weight on the front of the crash helmet, it's not going to be that bad.
See, that was my whole entire thing about the last, 20, 30 minutes ago, was I've never had a problem with GoPro with the Black 7. It was the mounting adhesive that I've lost literally $600 times 2 because riding down the highway, the adhesive peeled off and it just, took my Purple Panda, the GoPro 7, the mount, the everything with it, and it went away. So I've lost $1,200 because of 3M.
Yeah. Fortunately, I haven't had that problem.
Peaky said
my audio, I use a lapel mic and a zoom.
Good idea.
I don't like it running off the camera. It never comes out that good as far as I'm concerned. I mean, because Rev uses his audio directly from his camera, and it always makes him sound like he's got this English accent, and I can't stand that.
That's a Buckinghamshire accent for you. There we go. I have a Y-shaped contraption with straps that keeps my camera on the front. Yeah, I know the one. Yeah, keeps the front on the. Yeah. There's loads of ways that you can mount it. I've got a massive mounting kit of all the different bits and pieces, but especially with the DJI mic, I don't have to have it on the helmet all the time. I can just mount this now. I can just go and buy 5 or 6 of these little magnetic clips, just leave them on the bike.
Yeah, they're a really good idea.
Yeah, and literally I could just have that just sitting on the bike on the frame, so I could have one up on the mudguard, one on the mirror, one on the back of the bike. I could even have one down on the rear peg, just bolted on, leave them there. And how quick is it to literally just do that, plonk the thing on, and you're away. And then you get to your venue, like, I'm going to move the camera here, I'm going to put it back here, boom, boom, boom. These are so strong. You could tug on that all day. That is not coming off of there.
And mark my word,
price comparison compared to GoPro with the cameras.
GoPro will have. I was going to say GoPro is going to have the exact same mount in 2025.
Yeah,
the same one.
They'll copy. They'll just copy.
Yes.
Yeah, chin mount. Yeah. See, mine. I've got the. That's mine. I've got the proper LS2 chin mount on mine. So I have to click there. I'll just put one click there on the bike. Job done. But with this one, I've got the security strap on it as well. So if that does fail, at least the camera's safe. But that is a heavy helmet. That is very heavy. Oh, here we go. So DJI magnetic mount. Anyway, the cage is just adding extra weight. I would consider cage. The camera's a risky mounting point. Yeah, it is on my chin. If that comes off, mate, yeah, I'd rather protect.
I just wanted to say to Peaky Biker. You know, he has his dog that snores.
Oh yeah.
But I have this weekend that little guy.
Oh.
His name's Ollie, and probably going to be the last week that I have him because his owners are moving.
Oh.
I've done a couple of videos with him, so.
Easy, quick disconnect makes it less like you will give up putting them on. Exactly, yeah. Caso, okay, good to see you. Dr. Bite, I use the editing source and resample to account. Oh, yeah, for archiving. C91 helmet with the front that pops up. Does the mount interfere with the clip? No, it doesn't. It keeps the front locked, if it makes sense, yeah. I've got so that's the LS2, that's a hybrid. So my clip is literally just under there, so I can just bump and it locks in.
Oh, okay.
But then this is all singing and dancing. So I've got my visor there. I've got the Rode transmitter there that runs up to the microphone, which means I can put the DJI mic on the side and that just clips in the same place. Got my Cardo Black that side, the Pack Talk, and then the good old Ghost Drift under that side. So that's always been my backup camera. If anything fails, I've got the backup camera. So
yeah, that's going to be ending up putting a bit of weight on it all.
It's heavy when you've got it on, but if you've got neck muscles like mine, as the wife said, the thick neck goes with the thick head. All good. He's more human than dog. Oh, bless him. There we go. Slow ride. I use chin mount. Yeah, constantly worried about it falling off, but it hasn't yet. Subaru is good. The lid is actually light. It's just all the rest of the stuff on it that just makes it really heavy. But I get used to it. Which is why you get what you pay for, which is why it's worth having your previous one x-rayed for your pillion. Believe it or not, sitting over there is my old RB helmet. And this is the one that I threw down the road when I got hit from behind. The only scratch that I've got is that little one there. You can just about pick it up. Yeah. But obviously that is a full chrome crash helmet, but I've still got what I call an ice sticker on the back. So it basically says, in case of an accident, don't remove my helmet until I'm examined by a doctor or paramedic. But it's also got my blood group on, my name and my telephone number as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that. That is really light. But I use that now for my pillions because it's obviously you pull up and they've both got Rev Bomb on. It's instant advertising. But that's my old crash helmet. That same thing again, LS2, and it's still got the same little clip that's at the front. So you just basically pop that, up it comes, and then it locks down. But I had that X-rayed and they said there's nothing wrong with it. Just carry on using it. By that time, I'd already bought the titanium one that's behind me.
Helmets are a fully legal requirement over there, aren't they?
Unfortunately, yeah. I wouldn't want to even risk going out, even on a bicycle, without some sort of head protection because there's too many idiot car drivers. You go down once, only needs one little knock to throw your head out. So
yeah. And
I still need to protect the 2 brain cells that I've got. So the alcohol's killed most of them. So I've got 2 left.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. So yeah, that's what Peaky said. That's why I got a carbon lid. Yeah, exactly that. I'm due from a new lid since my low side. I don't trust. I'll tell you what. Have a look at the. There's a guy. Oh God, I can't remember what the YouTube video is, but it's something about I would never wear an open face helmet. And if you actually look at him, he's got the bottom half of his chin missing, where he's ground it down the concrete. So he's literally got a huge, great scar and loads of. And someone said to him, "Why don't you grow a beard?" He said, "I haven't got any stuff there to grow a beard." His whole chin is destroyed all the way down to the bone. It was like, oh, yeah, ugly accident. Yeah, and that's from wearing an open face helmet. And I'm like, wouldn't be doing that again. There was, oh God, because you're in America, aren't you, Blakes?
Yes.
So I don't know which prison it was. But basically, there was a guy that was kidnapping loads of young teenagers and bringing them into his cult. And he got caught for it, and he got 15 years. But obviously, the parents of the kidnapped children finally got their daughters and sons back, because it wasn't just girls, it was boys as well. So he was kidnapping girls and boys to bring them into his cult. He did 15 years for it. As he came out of prison, he stood at the prison gates in front of the press and gone, hey. Next thing you know, the guy's body has just literally exploded in the front of the prison gates, killed him instantly. And they called in the emergency services, and they said, well, someone's taken him out from a distance. And the CIA and the FBI and everybody got involved in it, and that massive manhunt to try and find out who had killed him. And they actually brought in one of the CIA guys, and he said, oh, right. And he's basically, can I have a pair of binoculars? And he's looked around, and from the front of the prison, he went, They walked, I think it was about a mile out into the edge of this woods, and there was a hill. And he said it had been up there in that tree, and they went up in the tree line. The guy's looking around. He went, there it is. He said, look, he said, you can see the indent in the ground where the guy has laid. He said, it was a sniper. How do you know that? He said, because I'm an ex-Marine. He said, and that was where this is where I would shoot from, high vantage point, shoot down onto the target. Turned out the guy had, it was a 50 caliber that had taken him out from about 1,700 yards out. So it was a shot. But they obviously started pointing the finger at all the parents. So they started interviewing all the parents. Where were you on this day? Blah, blah, blah. And one of the parents, he said, oh, no, I was in the local Hooters with my son and daughter and my wife. We were having an evening meal. All right. And they went in, they got the video feed of it, and the guy's basically picked his phone up and then like put the phone down at the time the guy had got shot. So they raided or got that to put, I think it's called a subpoena or something for his phone records.
Yep.
Basically, he had an incoming call that lasted 15 seconds. Job done. And the guy's gone, thank you. Put the phone down. But the CIA didn't have enough evidence to find out who it was, because it was from a thing called a burner phone, where it basically one of these pay-as-you-go phones. So he actually got away with it, but they knew it was him that had done it. They went into his bank account. They checked his bank account to find out if he'd paid out any money, and there wasn't. And then years later, he did an interview, and they said, was it you? He said, I cannot deny or blah, blah, blah. He said, but we'd already worked it out. He said, because the person that I spoke to said he wanted cash. He said, so we borrowed cash from friends and paid them back to their bank accounts in little bits and pieces everywhere. He said, I've never spoke to the guy again. He said, but the job was done. Well done. But yeah, it was a very good series. Yeah, good interview that. But some of the stuff.
That's why I love my 2000 Dodge Dakota. It doesn't have any computers on it, and you can't find it on GPS.
They can't find. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right. Oh, here we go. Quick one from that. BMW Gus seen a stone chip embedded in the cheek of a biker. Looked like he got shot. Oh, Jesus Christ. Kazo just said, our modular helmet's popular. Leanne's here actually. Everybody has the hybrid. Not a lot of people have a full face. It's all these modular ones now, because you can flip them up in the summer and ride open face. The only thing is, obviously, your GoPro's pointing backwards if you flip it up. Martin's here as well. Evening, Martin. Martin comes down our garage. So, if you do want to see some of his stuff, he's on TikTok, and he runs around. He's got a Mini with a massive great engine in that wheel spins in every single gear. He's into souping up cars at the moment. So goes to all these luxury goes to all these car meets and puts big engines in. Rated, saw a sharp test rating. Some of the percent of the time they open during that one will not open in an emergency if you go down, because it's got metal locking pins in it. Like Lily said, I don't like my face open for me unless someone gives me £400 for a roof. I'll tell you, the roof helmets are really, really good. Obviously, it's both of you're pulled in with shine too much. Lily, sounds like you need to start selling feet pictures. Yeah. Delivery riders generally run around with modular lids. Yeah, because they can just flip them up, here's your order, and then pop it back down again. Oh, yeah, like the Russian being stabbed 32 times, and they gave a verdict of suicide at the court. Exactly. Suicide by knife. Paul Piggy's got quite. Z91 is about 120. Yeah. Yeah. It's called cam and concealment. Exactly that. One shot, one kill. Yeah. Unless you have the double tap. I wouldn't ride with the chin flipped up, not because where the camera faces. It does help if you need to talk with a helmet on petrol stations. Yeah. Nasty facial injuries from open face helmets. Exactly that. Yeah. Right, we've been on for an hour and 20. We're going to stay till 9:30, so about another 9 minutes. Any questions in the side chat, anybody, for these boys? So if you've got a question for Rowley or you've got a question for Blake, so if you're into tobacco smoking, he knows everything about pipe smoking. If you want to know about classic custom cars, Rowley is the man to speak to, including the M109. When you're a good shot, no need to double tap. Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm trained to just go ahead and unload the gun, so I don't leave anybody to be able to talk after.
Exactly that. Unless, of course, you're like, what was it, that the cop in America that goes to get his gun out has got no, I think it was a Glock or something. He's got no safety on it, and he grabbed it by the trigger and pulled it out and shot himself in the leg.
Yeah.
Good old Beretta.
I only shoot revolvers.
It's got to be a 4.4. It's got to be a 45 4.4 Magnum or a 45 ACP.
We'll say it's a 357 Magnum with 5 bullets, and then I got a 38 special that'll get me 6. And then if it's not that, then I can get to a much larger gun, we'll say, and that's unlimited.
I'll tell you what, before we had a thing over here called, because obviously we had the Dunblane thing that went off in Scotland, but we had a thing called Hungerford, where some guy just went around with automatic weapons walking down the high street, just slotting everybody for the sake of it. And they
that's just mentally ill.
Yeah. So they brought in a firearms ban, but they also brought in a ban on shotguns. So shotguns now can only be a maximum of 3 shots. I used to have what was called the Franchi's Spaz 12. If you've seen Jurassic Park, where the guy's hunting the raptor and he gets the shotgun and he folds the stock out and then he clicks the back down, and he's like, come on, girl. That is the Franchi's Spaz 12. I had one of those, and it's 9 shots. You've got 1 in the chamber, 8 underneath, but you had it as a pump action, or you could lock the pump forward, put it into semi-auto mode, or you could click it down and just do full auto, dung, 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 which was great if you were clay pigeon shooting, because you could literally two, load a couple out the pocket, do another couple of clays.
Watching stuff in here.
Or
I mean, it comes down to, Rev, that you're honest and you're law abiding. When they make laws, they make you on the defensive and give the illegal person more laws because you can't buy it. So, you're never going to get rid of guns here in America. And, when you make laws, you're just making law abiding citizens less, being able to defend themselves than what the illegal people, or the people that don't care about the laws, So, again, I abide by all laws. If I carry, I have, a permit. And if I don't, then I'm an illegal. And so I carry.
Yeah, there we go. Hamilton and Ryan both they both have gun licenses. So, they just flipped out and went absolutely nuts with their guns. Dung, 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 full auto. Exactly, yeah. You can't use a pump action now that holds more than 3 shells. Yeah, only handguns you can use are black powder ones now. Yeah, all pistols have been banned unless, of course, you're a member of a shooting club and you have to actually have your gun at the shooting club, which is mad.
Yes.
Good obs from the second you get on the bike, 1 and 2. Exactly that. Yeah. See, I still go and do. We do a thing called clay pigeon shooting over it. It tends to be with the under and overs. So I got a nice little Beretta, what they call silver pigeon, one under, one over. Yeah, boom, boom. A lot of people like the old side by sides. Some people still use the old pump action, but it's no more than 3 shots. So it's like 1 in the chamber, 2 underneath, and then you've got to reload again for the next lot of clays. But yeah, both have just said, "Are these laws from out?" You could walk into a gun shop with your. You have to apply. I think you have to apply, and you get a cooling off period or something. But you can walk into any gun shop and say, "I want that. I want that. I want that." As long as you're legally sane, there is I think it's called the 5th Amendment. You've got the right to bear arms.
Second Amendment will give you
Second Amendment. Yeah, your right to bear arms or something. But some of the guns.
You have to be in a club in the UK to have a gun.
Yeah, you have to be a member of a gun club. You have to have so you have a shotgun license. Then you have to have a cabinet at home. You have to be inspected by the police once a year, and you can only travel to and from the gun club with your gun unloaded, and your armament must be in a separate box locked away in the vehicle.
Yeah.
I mean, it all depends on which state you go. I mean, in the state I live, which is Virginia, you can carry a gun on your side, on your belt, and be able to walk into most any stores. But you have to be, you have to show it that you're walking in. I'm completely safe with feeling that way. But when I moved from New Jersey to down here and I saw a gun on some guy's, side, I was a little uneasy. And then all of a sudden, as time progressed over the year, and I've been here for 19 years, I became more safe going like, I'd rather see a gun on some guy's side,
you can own an air rifle, but it's the limit on that is £12 per foot or something. So you're only allowed a certain power before you go up to license. As Howie said, all the farmers around here are packing, or you can do concealed carry. Yeah, I was chatting. Obviously, I can't name who it is. I know a certain banjo player that plays for a big country and western female singer. He got sick to death of all the fame and the fortune in America. He actually bought 50 acres of Canadian hillside on top of the mountain, and they basically cut 2 acres of trees down and built a log cabin. I used to chat to him on a thing called, I don't know if it's still going, Skype. Is Skype still going? I don't know, because it's now Zoom, isn't it? So I used to chat to him on Skype, and his kids were in the background. I said, Jesus Christ, your kids got guns on their hips. And he went, yeah, they're just off to school. He's got a 9-year-old and a 4-year-old, and they both carry handguns on the way to school. His daughter's got a 9mm, I can't remember what it is, but his daughter got a 9mm, and his youngest had got a 2.2. And I went, Jesus, they get to school and they hand their guns in. As soon as they come out, they put their gun belts on and they sit on the bus with their guns to come home. And I went, Jesus Christ, and you're not worried about that? He said, no, the kids carry guns because of the bear attacks. He said, out here in Canada, he said, the bear attacks are more common than being run over by a car. So everybody carries a gun to protect yourself against the brown bears. I was like, Jesus. He said, if you get caught by a brown bear, basically, if that bites you, it's game over. It'll rip straight through a limb. He said, so the kids are taught at a very early age how to protect themselves from bears. I was like, good God. I'll stick to England, but the only thing that we've got over here that is dangerous is a hedgehog.
There's a little island just south of me called Knott's Island. And back when I was, running, I was going to move there. And the guy said, well, you're going to have to carry a gun if you're going to run on the island. And I go, why is that? And he goes, oh, the cottonmouth snake. He goes, that, in a mile, you'll see 8 sitting on the side of the road, all coiled up. And he goes, you got to shoot them. So you just carry a 22. I don't live in the wild, wild west. I mean, I live in a very, large population area. It's the largest military in the world. But guns are fine.
There was, what was it? The one we were reading. It was quite funny because there's a thing in America where they go, is it frog sticking or something? Go catching frogs. And these basically, I think they call them hillbillies. These two hillbillies had gone out sort of frog sticking to collect the frogs for the restaurants. And on the way home, the fuse on their pickup truck, the lights had failed. And they got a call at about 11 o'clock at night that the car had overturned and gone into the local river. And one of the guys had been shot. And the police had got called and they went, how the hell did he get shot? And basically what had happened, on the way home, the lights had failed. So he basically pulled out a .22 cartridge and stuck it in the dashboard and used it as a fuse.
Yeah, right. Wow. Yeah.
Shot him in the leg. They went off the river, and the car went in the river. But it's a good little story today. If you look up the hillbilly gets shot in the leg, frog sticking, there's a little story about it because the police report on it as well. Yeah, we need more people identified as bears in the UK to make everything legal. Exactly. Yeah. L1A1. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, L1A1. Yeah. SA80. That's true. Yeah. Or AW50F is a good one. Still PCL1, PC. 2010. Oh, bleeding now. SC80 shoots all directions. It falls apart as well. Oh, this is much better than Jack and Ori. Exactly that. Yeah. Been there, paramedics in Somerset 20. Right. It is coming up on 9:30, guys. So we are going to wrap up for the weekend. Don't forget, watch out for the comparison video. GoPro versus Osmo. That'll be coming up in the next couple of days if we get out on the bike. So don't forget, follow this guy, Roland Keefe, and you can go and see his Australian channel. The M109 up in the top corner and the other bike just up there. Blake's Pipes down the bottom. He's on 150 subscribers at the moment. Let's see if we can get him a 200 or 500 by the weekend. So if you're one of my subscribers, go and give Blake's Pipes a like, share, and subscribe, people. Don't forget. Yeah, Peaky is back on the Midweek Mumble on Wednesday. Great luck, lads. Nice to see you guys without me. That is good to see. Yeah, get back in here, mate. I know you're loading lorries and doing stuff for the army boys. So, be safe out there, mate. Junior's just said, great live, everyone. Ride safe. Enjoy the rest of the evening. We shall. I am off for a little slurp of the wine. I've got to get some more videos uploaded. One thing, though, obviously, Small Rig, they sent the stuff out. Just look how good this is packed. Comes in a nice little foam cover and a little foam top. So the packing on that is really good for Small Rig stuff. So I'd recommend Small Rig. I'm going to do a little video on the stuff of it anyway. So we'll do a little put together video, how easy it is to use the Osmo Action. And then if it comes in time for tomorrow or Sunday, should I say, I'm going to get the bar out. We'll put the two cameras up. We'll compare one to the other. And give an honest opinion like I always do. So thanks very much, everybody in the side chat. So there was loads in tonight. Bloke on a Bike, Bofa, Gus, Martin, Kazumoto, Leanne, ZX9R, Blake's Pipes, Bloke on a Motorbike, we just said him, Slow Rider. There's been so many. Finchy and Smurfette have been in as well. Ultima GW, Lily, VJ Biker, so many to name. If I missed you out, Paramedic Relic as well, MT Belly, Reese as well. But thanks everybody for coming in tonight. Really appreciate that you give up your Friday night to follow the channel. So as always, have a good one. Thank you very much to this man from Australia logging in on a Saturday morning, Mr. Roland Keefe, ladies and gentlemen. Go and give him a like, share, and subscribe. And down the bottom, Blake's Pipes. Let's see if we can get him a few more likes before the end of the evening. If you're watching it on rerun, go and have a look through the side chat. Go and find the link, or just go into YouTube and put Blake's Pipes. You'll find him. But don't forget. Oh, before there we go. You're on Rowley's channel as well. So we've got two of you now, which is even better.
Lord.
For everybody that obviously follows us in Milton Keynes, we are having an open day Sunday, the 7th of April. So it is the weekend, Sunday weekend after the April bank holiday. So 7th of April, starting at 10 o'clock in the morning, finishing around about 3 o'clock. We are having an open day back down at the garage. So if you're a TikToker, if you're a YouTuber, or you just want us to come down and see the bikes, come and see the Harley, you're very welcome to come on down and say hello. Oh, good God, Rowley. You've aged a bit there, mate. Right. So thank you very much to Rowley. Thank you for Blake's. Thanks for everybody in the side chat. It's been an absolute blast tonight. Don't forget, the boys are all back again next Wednesday for the midweek mumble. We'll see you again Friday night for the live stream. Follow all the videos. And until then, Rowley, give us your outro, mate.
Good to see you up on the live, Blake. Hope to see you up here some more. And everybody stay safe, keep well, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Blake's, give us your outro, buddy.
My outro is embrace the suck, everybody.
Lovely. And from RB, thanks very much, guys. It's been an absolute blast on Friday night. Be well, ride safe. And from RB, as always, it's a big goodbye from me. Enjoy the weekend. We'll see you up Super Sausage on Sunday. Take care.